Today I want to talk about this pending disaster that could be right around the corner. We need to know about this. It's important and how it relates to Bitcoin. So for those bears that are still clinging on hope that we're going to form a new bottom and go down to 12,000 or 10,000 or whatever, Michael Saylor affirmed Bitcoin has bottomed and we are in a new bull run. I said this too. I said this a month ago, right? Not that we're in a parabolic bullish pump right now, but we have started a new cycle. And when you start a new cycle, there'll still be volatility, but we have started a new cycle and we're heading upwards, okay? That's what's happening, and I'm glad Michael Saylor agrees. You know, he said a lot of other things recently too about ordinals. He thinks ordinals could lead to something huge for Bitcoin, not just with NFTs and memes, but you could one day store contracts on Bitcoin's ledger. Why would you not want to when it's the safest and most secure and decentralized network we have on a planet, right? Especially if it's like a will or a trust or business agreement. Like, why would you not want to store those things on Bitcoin's ledger, right? So that's absolutely huge, right? And I agree. But there's other things too that Michael Saylor is working on, like regulations, accounting, like FASB accounting is horrible for corporations. He's trying to fix that. He's trying to get business to use Lightning Network. I mean, he's doing all he can. And let's not forget, Microstrategy holds 140,000 Bitcoins. And he also says something interesting that one day that all big banks will also custody Bitcoin. Again, not that this is a good thing, but I think it's a necessary evil. And his point is this: you have business leaders, you have CEOs, you have kids, right? That you can't trust them to be holding on their own Bitcoin in whatever wallet, right? And then they're just walking around with it. No, you need somewhere to put them. So he believes that all these banks will offer services to store people's crypto, right? Especially important people or people can't be trusted on their own, right? Yeah, so that may be coming one day. But you know, when you rely on a bank, right, it could lead to bad things. And I just got done talking about the banks, right? And overall custody, if you rely on a centralized party, be careful because there could be things that happen. I mean, they're looking out for their best interest, right? If they get subpoenaed, they don't want to get in trouble, they're going to give it out. So, of course, they're not really looking out for your best interest. They're looking out for their own best interest. I mean, anyways, it's just a big, complicated thing. But self-custody is still the best. And you know, as for MicroStrategy stocks, a lot of people argue MicroStrategy stock is better, gives you better exposure than even Coinbase. And I have to agree at this point in time because Coinbase is shorter like hell because, you know, Wall Street traders think that the SEC lawsuit is going to cause some turbulence. And that's probably true. But you know, and if you think about it, MicroStrategy is like kind of like a Bitcoin ETF. People buy and hold MicroStrategy shares not because of their business intelligence division. It's because of their business or Bitcoin intelligence division, which is basically everything. Bitcoin close to a breakout. Okay, this is talking about how the bears recently had tried to break Bitcoin below the 200 SMA. And has not been able to do so. Bitcoin also formed a bullish crossover. So basically the bears are exhausted. They have tried and tried and tried and have gotten nowhere. Which is why a breakout is right around the corner. I mean, just look at that, okay? Supply last active 1 year, 68%. 2 years, 55%. 3 years, 40%. 5 years, almost 29%. All these numbers, the percentages, keeps on going up. There is no one holding on Bitcoin right now thinking, yeah, this is a good time to sell. No. Everyone in Bitcoin is thinking this is a really good time to buy more DCA and then HODL, right? That's why Bitcoin is so strong, and this is the only cycle or epoch, you could say, where Bitcoin reserves on the exchanges have been falling. Okay, That makes it incredible if you think about it. The last 2 cycles, there were more Bitcoins added to the exchanges, but not this time. There's a lot of rumors now. A lot of rumors. And this is coming in a week, basically. Okay. And I'm not talking about June 1st as when the US may default. No, there's a lot of rumors out there that China will open up crypto trading in Hong Kong June 1st. And I can't overstate, if this is true, how good this will be for the entire crypto space. How much money, trillions, will be flowing in. Okay. Now, supposedly, this is just for Hong Kong and its citizens, which is already big. Like, I think it's like 20 or 30 million people in Hong Kong, which is absolutely huge already, right? But not only that, rumors are this will also allow institutions from mainland to also participate and buy crypto legally. I'm sure a lot of them have bought illegally using VPNs or whatever, but now they're legally to buy it. And the courts already ruled Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others are property, right? So these laws are already in place to make this very favorable for these institutions and the citizens to start buying crypto. I'm seriously talking about trillions upon trillions of dollars waiting, sitting on the sidelines that may be entering in, right? If the rumors are true, June 1st. That's not too far off. If we get a big splash headline like May 31st saying June 1st, you're go see this happen, watch out. I don't think this is a catalyst, but I don't know, maybe it could. There's real talks. Real talks about FTX 2.0 coming back. Supposedly the current CEO have found so much money and brought so much billions back, they are really considering of opening the exchange again. They discovered 5.5 billion liquid assets, kind of spread all over the place. SBF did not do a good job with record keeping, but they found 5.5 billion, and then they recovered 7.3 billion in assets from all these other places. So you do the math, that's like almost $13 billion in assets recovered. That's a lot. That is absolutely a lot. That's why they're like, rather than go through bankruptcy proceedings, right? Let's just relaunch the exchange. Yeah. Maybe that'll be a catalyst too. No, it won't be. But I think everyone's still trying to forget about FTX, but it may be coming back. The only good thing about this is if people have their money locked in FTX or lost it, they'll probably get it back. But it seems like they found more than enough to cover all the creditors and all the liabilities. They have enough to cover all of it, which is insane, which makes me think, did SBF, was he just incompetent? He just like didn't know where all the money went and no one kept a record of it? Was that his only crime?